What's up, Chosen family? I hope y'all having a blessed day, and I hope y'all staying within because that's all that matters, y'all. Your glow is first because you're the only body who can perceive the glow, y'all. When you have a glow, you light up the world around you. But if you are missing a glow, y'all, you can't light up nothing because you're not lit up, you know? The glow is here to remind you that you are a being universal. You are universal and higher. You may not have the power to show that off now, but you're in a state of metamorphosis, y'all. You can't automatically use these powers that we're talking about until your body is fully adapted and well equipped to get them, to handle them, y'all. That's exactly why the world is heating up. The world is going through a state, you know, they're gonna call it the Great Awakening, but I'm calling it the Great Reset, y'all. Because the world has to go through a cleansing process, y'all. Another major reason why the world hasn't, transcended in frequency much faster is because, for example, y'all, we live in a low vibrational world that they say is 3D, 4D, Let's just stick with that. Well, the more motherfuckers that live on this planet that live in low frequency are what's causing the world to stay low. That's why when you get on your journey, you notice this. When you get on your journey, family, and you vibrate high, you will realize how it will be 100 motherfuckers that are vibrating low going against your light alone. That's what they call the chosen ones, the lonely, the lonely, that titleness. That title, y'all, for the loneliness, but it's you living in solitude. That's where they even get the whole thing where it's like 100 motherfuckers versus one person. They get that from you because this is the shit that goes on every day for the chosen one, y'all. When you live with light, when you walk like God did, people are gonna heavily fucking, they're gonna go against you in every way they can, because they sense greatness coming off of your skin. You're emitting light bulbs, y'all, that these motherfuckers lack. And if they can't get it, what they gonna do? They gonna try to dim yours. So that's exactly why the world is heating up, y'all. The realm is heating up because the planet is going back to what it was always, which was a high vibrational state, a high vibrational world. That means that everything's gonna be operating on a much warmer surface, y'all. Because in order for you to get your powers back, in order for you to tap into things that you can't see that are there, right? It has to be hot. Because remember, your soul is fire, y'all. Your soul and your spirit are fire and electricity. So why wouldn't you think you being in the heat is gonna cause you to die or be powerless? No, you were heavily mistaken. If that's not the case, yo, why are all these motherfuckers that are too light trying to go out in the sun and get these tans because they want to look better? Because that's what the sun will do for you. It'll cause your skin to glow because you are absorbing the essence of the planet, which is the sun, the soul, or let's just say the organic food that your soul, it ate, y'all. But a lot of people are not gonna get this information, family, because they need to hear it in a book. They need to hear it from a scholar. They need to hear it from a motherfucker that feels like they're more superior to them. So it's basically saying that you're not gonna listen to this, y'all, until you feel like somebody's better than you, that you feel, and it's gonna tell you that shit themselves, y'all. But you should never feel that way, chosen one, because nobody's better than you, y'all. People are gonna tell you what the fuck they heard or what they seen, but they're never gonna tell you what they fully believe in themselves, y'all, because they're always gonna negate it for something that has been drew with context, y'all. I don't need a book, y'all. I believe in myself. I believe in how, smart the ancestors made me. The way I came down here, y'all. My sign alone transcends anything surface levelly. That's why a lot of motherfuckers that run into me, y'all, or that I try to help in this world, they can never stick with me forever, y'all, because they love the surface. They live on the land, y'all, but I live in the sand, I only come up on the surface, y'all, when it's time to kick my shit, when it's time to step out and show these motherfuckers what light really is. And then when my light comes out, y'all, everybody wants to fold, or everybody wants to come against me, because I'm not vibrating low, y'all. I'm not causing and emitting negativity out into this world. Just by people arguing, just by people reacting, just by people, treating others with disrespect, yo, you are pushing the planet to vibrate into a lower state of frequency, yo. That's why I tell you, once you awaken, chosen one, your light is powerful, and that's why you were sent to go alone, because not everybody has this light. But God gave you this light specifically to enhance and attune yourself. So then when the right time comes, you become the inspiration or the inspirer, so people can get back into that light again. Because I'm not trying to help you in person. That's not the case, yo. I'm trying to help your soul advance, so you don't have to keep coming back to this fucking reality and keep reincarnating, because it's hell on this planet, yo. Nobody wants to live on this planet. You know why? Because they don't like, they don't like the way it is. It's chaos. It's hell. When your family dies or your friends die, yo, it's all, it fucks you up, right? Exactly. That's what forces you to want to be somewhere else, because you now know that, guess what? Life ain't fair, And I have helped a lot of people, yo. I'm not saying that like I helped them like I'm better than no. Like I'm helping you remind of who the fuck you are. I'm reawakening your potential. Because if you just stay laying on your ass, you're never gonna do nothing about it, yo. And you're just gonna be comfortable until your last days. But yes, family, when you think the sun is burning you, or when you think that, it's killing you faster, it's only killing what the fuck you're putting in your body that shouldn't be there. Because truly, yo, a being who operates and lives through light, yo, is in sync with light. So you should have no problem being in that sunlight, yo, unless you're putting decay in your body, which is why the sun is killing you, because it's trying to kill that decay within you. Because the sun knows your genetics and your structure, and he knows your light. So that's why it's killing what's inside of you, and your body's reacting to that, because everything has to go through a state of cleansing. You know what I'm saying, family? So of course you're gonna feel that shit. Of course you're gonna feel the burn. You're killing what the fuck shouldn't be in you, family. And that's why I have a glow, yo. Not because I'm in the sun all the time, but because let's just say I have so much data within me, yo. I have so much energy within me that I don't lose that, yo. A lot of people, yo, they relapse and let all their nutrients and minerals go. You shouldn't do that, family. Why are you gonna waste what the fuck God has given your body for a temporary feeling? It honestly makes me feel bad for y'all, for the ones who can't get on this journey and go forever. My mindset is forever on this journey, y'all, because I'm doing this until it's time for God to tell me, man, you must, have a family one day, or focus on the betterness, because I know that I won't be here forever. You know that as well, if you're mature and you're trying to live greater. But I tell this because, what did we come on this planet for, y'all? To create another version of ourselves, y'all, right? That's these motherfuckers don't want. They want population control. That's why they're killing y'all every day. Or they're giving y'all a facade, an illusion for you to live in it, for you to kill yourself slowly, so they can say, it was free will upon you, so you did that. And that's the fucked up thing about it, y'all, because you don't even know that you're killing yourself, but because you're not trying to, study and become more enlightened, you're gonna die that way, because you think that what you see is what it is. You think that since you don't know what the cure to life is, y'all, you're just gonna stay uncurable. Truly, nothing is forever cured, y'all, because I'm telling y'all, we are all gonna go to the dirt one day, because our souls were never, forged on this plane. We came from a different, star system, yo, but we reincarnated onto this planet to give it light, to give it change, to remove the hell from it. And that's what we are gonna do, yo. But I hope you understood, some of this. This is powerful, family, because once you take back your energy, your control, your mind, no one can fool you again. No one can make sure that you ain't nothing in their eyes. Because if they are nothing, they're gonna avoid the fuck out of you. Because they sense power when they get around you. You have an aura that literally is blocking them from coming too close to you. Because your aura is defined as light, structure, strength. It repels chaos, it repels negativity, it repels games, it repels, all that negative shit, yo, that is just temporarily causing you to stay down, yo. But before I end this video, it's not about the ego and it's not about the higher self. This is about science. This is about defying science, because science tells you that we are all fleshly beings, but your energy is what gives you the ability to bypass the flesh and live through spirit, which is electricity, for you to phase through walls, for you to, run at super speed like, feats, yo. It will happen. Trust me when I say that. If you work out, if you eat healthy, you preserve your semen, your sexual energy, the energy that God gave you from the universe. Because remember, y'all, we are metamorphosing, and us doing that is causing this planet we live on to metamorphose. So all the motherfuckers that live on this world, let's say about there's 100 billion people here, and there's a good 1 to 2 billion people, or let's just say a good 200 to 100,000 chosen ones. We're the reason why the planet's going in frequency, because we're changing the world by changing ourselves. And the motherfuckers that are either clones, cyborgs, walking dead people, drones, or just lost souls, y'all. Now they're being forced to wake up. And the ones that don't have a mind, which is a soul, you will never get it. So eventually you're gonna die from spontaneous combustion, or because it's gonna get to a place to where it's too hot, that your body can't take this frequency no more. Because everything in this world is frequency. You must be vibrating at some frequency to exist here, yo. For you to be in a physical, yo. Because everything that's physically vibrates, whether it's high or slow. But I'm gonna get down on it in another video. But I love y'all, man. Stay up. It's one, I say.